and counting. Jerika Duncan, CBS News, Harlem.
And before we go, we want to let you know about a new CBS News investigative podcast hosted by Major Garrett. It's called Agent of Betrayal, the double life of Robert Hanssen. FBI agent Robert Hanssen was one of the most damaging spies in U.S. history. For decades, he passed classified information to Russian intelligence. Episodes are available Thursday wherever you get your podcasts. And that's tonight's CBS Evening News. For Nora O'Donnell, I'm John Dickerson. Good night.
Edmonton, thank you for watching WNKY CBS 40.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 6. I'm Morgan Hoover.
And I'm Chris Allen. It is a Thursday evening after a day full of rain.
Yes, it was kind of nice, though.
It was nice to finally get some measurable rainfall in here. And I know some of the storms were a little bumpy at times, but we didn't have any real big, severe weather out there. No tornadoes or anything like that. Just a ton of rain. In fact, look at the radar estimates here, our estimated radar returns of rainfall, and some of the Mesonet sites showing around 2 inches evened out and zeroed out or to the nearest 10th. You see 5 inches back in Hopkinsville, other locations anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rain over the last 24 hours. Nothing out there right now. In the last 4 hours, things have been clearing out very nicely. You see a couple of thunderstorms back toward western Kentucky, but all of that is moving away from us. So the rest of tonight, it's going to be nice. We'll see showers ending if there's still a few out there, but dense fog is going to develop late tonight and early tomorrow, a low of 62. The rest of your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Morgan?
All right, Chris, our top story tonight, we are learning more about a plane crash happening just north of Bowling Green last night. We now know the names of the 2 people killed on board. 22-year-old pilot Timothy McKellar Jr. and 18-year-old trainee Connor Quisenberry. His 40s Noah Fairburr has more on the story.
A pair of pilots were tragically found dead this morning near Ohio and Davis counties after flying out of Bowling Green Regional Airport towards Owensboro. A student pilot and his trainer were doing what is called a touch and go.
What that is repeated takeoffs and landings without coming to a full stop. It allows you to get a lot of landings and takeoffs into a small amount of time where you can hone your skills and make sure that you understand the way the aircraft reacts to certain things.
The pilots were out flying last night when they ran into a severe thunderstorm. However, night flying is not as rare as you'd think.
Touch and goes can be handled at any time, daytime or nighttime. Part of your private pilot's requirements is night flight. When you're with a certified flight instructor, then he can coach you through it to build your confidence and your technique.
Pitchford says the 2 pilots would be under what is called Part 91 rules, which are from the Code of Federal Regulations.
A flight plan wasn't required for that, but it is imperative and required by those that same Part 91 rules that the pilot in command afford himself of all possible information pertaining to his flight.
And one of the major things you should check out before you fly?
Weather is what we all watch. Even the guys flying the airliners, they're under a different regulation set. But still, it's the weather that gives them the pause.
In South Central Kentucky, because local matters, Noah Fairburr, WNKY News 40.
Another story we've been following closely, mobile sports betting launches today across Kentucky. Here's what you need to know. Right now, 7 of the 8 operators approved by the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission are now taking bets. Those are Barstool Sportsbook, BetMGM, Caesar Sportsbook Kentucky, DraftKings, Fanatic Sportsbook, and FanDuel Circus Sports. More than 60,000 Kentuckians are already pre-registered. BetKentucky.com estimates that more than $2.1 billion will be wagered during the first full year of online sports betting. Kentucky officials believe the state will collect $23 million in tax revenue this year. Now that mobile sports betting is available and easily accessible, there's some things that you should know before you place your first bet. News 40's Michael Ridgway joins us in the studio to talk about the risks associated.
That's right, Morgan. Many in Kentucky are saying what we see now is long overdue. Some are doubling down, but when your money is on the line, that money line is worth considering. Now that mobile sports betting is here, you want to make sure that you are gambling responsibly.
Gambling, just like drugs of abuse, other things that we can be addicted to, taps our reward and our reinforcement system.
You know what they say, you can have too much of a good thing.
So obviously gambling is one of those things that it obviously has a risk for addiction and repetitive behaviors. You know, that's not new news, right?
With mobile sports betting now live in Kentucky, it can be fun, but there is some risk.
It is the most reinforcing, somewhat paradoxically, when the reward is uncertain, right? So actually, think of it, if you actually won the bet versus when you have the potential to win the bet, you get a greater rush of dopamine when you don't know you're going to win, but you think you may win.
If you think it's a walk in the park, well,
it's not easy. I will tell you that right. It's not easy. You know, even the best of sports bettors are not, you know, are successful maybe 57% of the time. So
with this concept being high risk, high reward, experts say to educate yourself on the matter if you're interested.
You know, you should do research. You should, you know, try to identify why you think a bet will happen, but just know that, you know, when it actually comes to the game, anything can happen. You want to set limits for yourself. Check your finances and say, okay, I've got $50 to spend. I've got $100 to spend.
And it's not a stretch to think that the younger population might struggle. With people coming of age every day, it could spell trouble for young adults.
You have young people who either still may be in high school and they're 18 or they're in college, and perhaps for the first time they may be making their own money. They're on their own. They may or may not, you know, have a lot of experience with managing their own finances, and it's very easy by way of sports betting, whether it's on the computer or on an app, to engage in that.
For tips on for tips on betting and further information on sports betting in Kentucky, you can head over to betkentucky.com. Morgan, back to you.
All right, Michael, speaking of sports, let's check in now with News 40's Maxwell Trink, who is live inside Houchin Smith Stadium tonight. Max, how's it looking out there?
And Morgan, I know it's a little early from sports as usual, but there's a good reason today. This game happening right behind me. WKU taking on MTSU, the 100 miles of hate. Plenty of action happening over here pre-game. The Tops are set to open up conference play here in just about a couple of minutes, hosting MTSU. WKU returns home after losing back-to-back games on the road against Ohio State and Troy. MTSU currently 1-3 on the year, falling to Colorado State, Missouri, and Alabama. The Blue Raiders' lone win was against Murray State. These two teams met last season on October 15th in Murfreesboro, where the Tops picked up a dominant road win, 35-17. That's what you're looking at right now. For head coach Tyson Helton, he feels there are a lot of similarities between the two programs.
Really excited that the community came out. We have a packed house. Can't thank them enough, and our excitement is through the roof.
I was kind of actually, the irony of it raining, I thought it was great that it was raining because we will probably be utilizing this facility this afternoon for practice. And so just
really excited that the community.
These are two football teams that are very, very similar teams. I think they're a well-coached football team. Coach Stocksel does a great job getting his guys ready to play. I mean, it's a rivalry game, so everybody's always up for the game. So I think that kind of overrides all the bumps and the bruises and all the. You had a tough loss. They had a tough loss. I think everybody just kind of wipes the slate clean and says, all right, let's get this conference win.
And today, It's a big day on the Hill. Also started off with an unveiling of a new athletics facility. WKU soccer/softball complex held a ribbon cutting ceremony with University President Tim Caboni, Athletic Director Todd Stewart, and both teams. This new facility is not only a locker room space for soccer and softball, but features a film room as well as an indoor practice area for both head coaches. They were plenty excited to share this new facility with the community.
Really excited that the community came out. We have a packed house. Can't thank them enough, and our excitement is through the roof.
I was kind of actually, the irony of it raining, I thought it was great that it was raining because we will probably be utilizing this facility this afternoon for practice. And so just an exciting day and a culmination of a lot of people's hard work and vision, and I'm just excited to be a part of it.
Well, our football frenzy game of the week is in Glasgow as the Scotties take on the Franklin Simpson Wildcats for a battle of the unbeatens. The Wildcats moved to 6-0 after defeating Butler County last week, and the team's offense has been dominating on the ground with 3 players tallying 4 or more rushing touchdowns on the year. Head coach Max Cheney spoke on how both sides of the ball will be important for this matchup.
I think our O-line is going to have a heck of a game. You know, that's I coach the O-line, so I challenge them all the time. But I think, those guys are bigger than us, so we're going to have to play with great technique. We're just going to try to play sound defense and try to keep it in front of us and make tackles when we have to and not miss any tackles, and then try to eliminate the big play for them.
And the Scotties moved to 6-0 after taking down Adair County on the road last week. University of Kentucky commit Rico Crowder has been a impactful piece to this Glasgow scoring team. He's just had under 500 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns this season. Head coach Jeff Garman spoke on how his team is preparing for this week.
We use the same philosophy we always do, and that's block, tackle, take care of the football. That'll be the 3 main objectives that we use Friday night. Our game with Franklin's traditionally always a good game, and they're a really good football team with a lot of tradition in their program, just like us.
All right, Maxwell, thank you very much. After 5 long years of construction, Bowling Green High School is officially complete. The final addition is their beautiful new courtyard. The goal of this creation is to cultivate an outdoor space that complements the indoor common areas. This new space also allows students to go from class to class and eat lunch all outside.
Want to be outside, they want to have fresh air, they want to have a chance to collaborate in spaces that aren't traditional. And I think that was a real key in this construction.
The new construction of Bowling Green High School is giving students the chance to be surrounded by nature and learn at the same time. Well, a traffic alert now. A section of Kentucky 3145 is now reopened after a vehicle hit the Commonwealth Boulevard Bridge early this morning. The roads were closed most of the day so that temporary repairs could be made. Transportation officials say you should still be careful when driving through the area. They tell us permanent repairs will be made as soon as possible. Well, still to come on News 40 at 6, House Republicans hosted their first hearing as part of an impeachment inquiry into President Biden. The latest details from Capitol Hill in just a bit. But first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is in after the break with a full look at our forecast. That's coming up next.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank Studio in downtown Bowling Green.
The fresh timer starts the minute a tomato gets picked. That's why at Kroger, we shorten the time from harvest to home. So no matter how you shop, you'll have more time to enjoy your fresh produce. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
As a dad, protecting children is my priority. But Governor Andy Beshear's actions are endangering our children. Beshear vetoed a bill that would have protected women by keeping biological men out of girls' sports. Beshear also vetoed a bill that would have protected Kentucky children from gender-mutilating surgeries. Beshear has more in common with California liberals than Kentucky families. Keep Kentucky kids safe. Kick Governor Beshear out of office.
Protect Freedom PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Is your search for a new home on hold because of high interest rates and high monthly payments? Jago Homes has your solution with a low 4.99 fixed interest rate and no energy bills for 2 years. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable year-round with exclusive Energy Smart technology. Learn why a new Jago home is more affordable than you think at jagohomes.com. Because life is too precious to be put on hold.
Morris Jewellery is this area's independent and trusted source for diamonds. We're an experienced direct diamond importer, and custom design is our specialty. With diamond engagement rings starting at $33 per month, our prices can't be beat.
The Haven at Massey Springs is a special place. Alzheimer's and dementia residents need a special kind of care. So at the Haven, we take care of your loved one just like family. Our memory care program stimulates minds in a therapeutic environment and caters a plan of care as unique as your loved one.
Here at Massey Springs, family takes care of family, and it shows. Schedule your tour with us today.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Grab some lunch and make an impact. Join WNKY News 40 for Food Truck Fridays every week at Tidball's parking lot. This week features CJ Smoke Shack. To benefit the Alzheimer's Association, see the full lineup at WNKY.com.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
At Kroger, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, it sounded a little active overnight, but thankfully we just got some rain today.
It was some badly needed rain. It cut our deficits down, which I'm about to show you, which is awesome because we were approaching not only a Category 1 drought situation, but maybe even worse than that. The problem is we're going to go right back into a dry pattern into next week before a major cool down happens, but at least we have this to look at. Beneficial rainfall, yes sir. 1.23 inches of rain total for the past 24 hours at the Bowling Green, Warren County Regional Airport. Many locations out there, according to the Kentucky Mesonet sites, which I showed you a little bit earlier, 3, 4, even 5 inches of rain, estimated total rainfall in some cases. So our September deficit is now to just over an inch behind, and year to date, about 2.5 inches behind. We were approaching 4.5 in some cases, so this put a big dent in that deficit. Much needed rain at the right time. Temperatures right now as we get ready for football on the hill, 74 here in Bowling Green, low to mid 70s, even a couple of upper 70s depending on where you are. And the dew points starting to come down a little bit, but I do think overnight as the humidity levels go up and the leftover wet ground for this evening, skies will begin to clear somewhat, and that's going to form some dense fog late tonight and very early tomorrow morning. So note that before you go into work early. 74, the temperature right now, southwest wind at 7, and the barometer starting to rise, which is telling me that everything is starting to clear out as far as the thunderstorm activity. 75, that's going to be our high today, 4 degrees shy of the normal of 79, and then 63 was our low. A little bit warm this morning because of the rainfall and the moisture in the air, but we'll start to settle things down over the next couple of days. Here's a look at that bit of a trough here and that disturbance with the low pressure system. It's still wanting to output here a couple of showers and thunderstorms back into western Kentucky. Some of those are just going to go down into west and middle Tennessee away from us. Now the model's also showing that we could see some redeveloping showers by early tomorrow morning, but I think that is not going to be the case. The model's here just kind of overdoing that as the low begins to dissolve, and so does that disturbance. So all that's going to go away during the day tomorrow. We'll still see some clouds from time to time tomorrow. Any kind of shower activity, I think, is going to be confined mostly into the Tennessee Valley as that system just moves away. As we get into Saturday, things will start to look a lot better as we get into the weekend. But again, what we've got to watch out for is fog, and I'm talking about thick, dense fog overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning. We'll get down to about 62 tonight, then 81 tomorrow, 82 Saturday, 83 Sunday. There's that next dry spell that we'll see much of next week, and then cooling down by Thursday with a chance of showers coming back into view. And what's viewable tonight? Well, let's find out on CBS 40.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've been injured in a car wreck, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher. WNKY News 40 is helping find forever homes for shelter pets. Watch Pet of the Day on News 40 Sunrise and News 40 at noon to meet your new best friend. Pet of the Day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust.
Sodexo, in partnership with WKU Facilities Management, is looking for custodial workers and custodial team leaders for the WKU main campus. Competitive wages and an excellent benefits package. Both full-time and part-time weekend positions available. Check out all available opportunities by searching Sodexo on Indeed.com or apply directly by scanning the QR code with your phone's camera and become the newest member of the WKU campus community.
We've got the drinks and good times. Now all we need is you. The 8th annual Bourbon and Brew Fest presented by the Mick Gaming Hall is back Saturday, October 21st at Bowling Green Ballpark. We have an expansive selection of bourbons, craft beers, mixed drinks, and more. Plus sip while shopping, specialty vendors all around the ballpark. VIP ticket holders can enjoy the Heaven Hill VIP experience in the Performance Food Club, while premium ticket holders can take part in the Premium Lounge. Tickets start at just $50 and are on sale now at bgbrewfest.com or by calling 270-901-2121.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
I'm waking up my day. So let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on. Keep the morning moving right along. Yeah, I'm waking up my day. News 40 Sunrise Way. I'm waking up my day. WNKY. Yeah, we're the force to get you out the door. I'm waking up my day. The News 40 Sunrise Way.
Weekday morning starting at 6.
September is Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Month. It's a cause that hits close to home at our sister station down in Georgia. Today marks 6 months since their senior reporter Brian Roche returned to work following a spinal cord injury. He's now sharing his story in hopes of inspiring others. Take a look.
I feel my legs give out entirely and I just fall backwards onto the floor. And suddenly it's like I can't move my legs at all. What's going on?
Tense moments for Brian Roche, then 26. Back in 2021, losing control of his legs at home, seemingly out of nowhere.
I had been having trouble sleeping. I had been feeling a lot of pain in my back. And I thought this was just that I threw it out. I found out a few hours later at the hospital that I had an abscess that had formed on my spine and had compressed it. It had affected my T6 to T9. And I was unable to really feel anything from about the chest down. When my neurosurgeon told me that, if the longer we wait, the more likely it is you're never going to walk again, I said to myself, okay, let's do this.
That surgery successfully decompressing his spine, marking the beginning of a long road to recovery. But what caused his spinal cord injury in the first place? Doctors had a surprising answer for Roche.
They said that they believed this was caused from an infection from an ingrown toenail. The doctor said he'd only seen this like 3 or 4 other times in about 20 plus years.
Following surgery, Roche put in endless work, and after a year and a half of recovery efforts, he was able to return to work on his feet. It's a journey Roche credits his support system with helping him find his way through.
My mom actually said it best, you gotta keep hope during something like this.
Now Roche is using his story to try to help others struggling with spinal cord injuries.
It's really difficult to put into words, but the best thing I can tell you is you have to keep the faith. I think that goes a long way.
Well, House Republicans held their first hearing as a part of an impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. The hearing predictably was a highly partisan affair, with Republicans attacking the president, Democrats defending him. Skylar Henry has more details from Capitol Hill.
The House Oversight Committee held its first hearing into whether President Joe Biden should face impeachment charges. But for the GOP chairman, it's not much of a question.
The House Oversight Committee will examine over 24 pieces of evidence revealing Joe Biden's corruption and abuse of public office.
Republicans allege the Biden family received millions of dollars in foreign money through Hunter Biden's business dealings. And when the Department of Justice began investigating, President Biden tried to protect his son.
Hunter Biden cashed in by arranging access to Joe Biden, the family brand.
Whether President Biden directly benefited from his son Hunter's business dealings sparked contentious debate during Thursday's hearing.
The committee has received 12,000 pages of bank records. Here they are, right in front of us, printed double-sided, and not a single page shows a dime going to President Joe Biden.
The courts actually have rejected that. They've said that money going to family members is in fact a benefit.
The principle of American law is that people are responsible for their own conduct and not the conduct of their adult children. Is that right?
That's correct.
Thank you. The committee intends to subpoena Hunter Biden and the president's personal and business bank records as early as this week.
Well, stay with us. We'll have a final look at your forecast coming up right after this.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
When Daniel Cameron says he absolutely supports bringing back Matt Bevin's ruthless Medicaid plan, Cameron threatens to take away coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians and punish working parents.
This sounds very similar to something that Governor Matt Bevin tried.
Well, absolutely. But when Cameron said he'd back Bevin's war on teachers and take taxpayer money from public schools to give to private schools instead, he'd punish Kentucky's kids. Cameron's absolutely wrong for Kentucky.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
I'm waking up my day. So let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on. Keep the morning moving right along.
Watch WNKY News 40 Sunrise for the latest in local news.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise.
Weather on the 4s to get you out the door.
Good morning to everyone at home.
And local events and entertainment to jumpstart your day.
News 40 Sunrise Way.
Weekday morning starting at 6.
I usually vote Republican, but I'm also voting for Andy Beshear. I definitely feel that Kentucky's moving forward under Andy's leadership. He brings great ideals to the floor. Andy's the guy that's been bringing the two parties together. Beshear's brought a lot of good jobs to the state of Kentucky. He makes sure that the police have everything they need to keep us safe. Andy cut the income tax. That's a big deal, huge deal. I voted for Trump because I felt he was putting the American people first. I'm going to support Andy because I do feel he's putting Kentucky first.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan makes starting a claim easy. You don't even have to leave your couch.
dial pound law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. Now back to this.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
You're watching WNKY CBS 40, home of Super Bowl 58.
Thankfully, the rain cleared out for some football.
It's gone. Great night for football on the Hill. Tonight, all we've got to watch for late tonight is some dense fog. We'll see lows in the 60s up to 81 tomorrow with a mix of sun and clouds as we get ready for more football. It's football frenzy.
Absolutely. All right, Chris, thank you so much. Thank you at home for joining us tonight. We will see you right back here tonight at 10. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank y'all. How's everybody? I appreciate y'all now. Well, welcome to Family Feud, everybody. I'm your man, Steve Harvey. Well, we got another good one for you today, returning for their second day from Omaha, Nebraska. It's the champs. It's the Groth family. And from Central Islip, New York, it's the Bryant family. Everybody's here trying to win themselves some cash, and somebody might have a shot at driving out in a brand new car. Let's get it on. Give me Nakia, give me Adam. Top 7 answers on the board. Name a part of your body you'd be shocked your doctor got his finger stuck in. Nakia.
Your butt.
Your butt.
Your ear.
Your ear?
Yeah.
Okay. Your ear. Yeah. Pass or play?
Should we pass it? Yeah. Pass it. That's what they said to me.
Okay. Nakia, how you doing?
I'm good, Steve. How are you?
Good. Now, what do you do for a
Thank
living?
you.